Clarity Clinical Solutions.
What does a CRO do? If a pharmaceutical company discovers a promising new drug, they face a massive problem. How do they test it on thousands of patients across dozens of countries, all while following strict regulations? They hire a CRO. Contract research organizations are the hidden engine powering clinical trials. They are specialized companies that sponsors hire to design, manage, and run their trials. The global CRO market is worth over $70 billion annually and growing. So what exactly do they do? Let's find out. A contract research organization, or CRO, is a company that provides clinical research services to pharmaceutical, biotechnology, and medical device companies. Instead of the sponsor building their own clinical operations team from scratch, they outsource the work to a CRO that already has the infrastructure, expertise, and global reach. The CRO industry started in the 1970s and has grown into a massive sector. Today, over 70% of all clinical trials involve a CRO. Major players include IQVIA, Labcorp, ICON, PPD, and IMS Health. CROs offer a comprehensive range of services that span the entire clinical trial lifecycle. Let us look at the core services that CROs provide. These services cover everything from study startup to final regulatory submission. Clinical operations is the heart of what a CRO does. They handle site selection, finding the right hospitals and clinics to run the trial. They manage site initiation and training. They deploy clinical research associates, CRAs, who monitor trial sites to ensure protocol compliance and data accuracy. CRAs are the eyes and ears of the sponsor at every trial site. Data management and biostatistics are critical CRO services. The CRO builds the electronic case report forms, ECRFs, that sites use to enter patient data. They program edit checks to catch errors in real time. They manage the database lock process. And their biostatisticians write the statistical analysis plan, run the analyses, and produce the final statistical report that goes into the regulatory submission. Medical writing and regulatory affairs. CROs write the key documents that make a trial possible: the clinical study protocol, the investigator brochure, the informed consent form template, and the clinical study report. They also help prepare regulatory submissions, including IND applications and marketing authorization dossiers. Good medical writing can make the difference between a smooth regulatory review and a rejection. Pharmacovigilance and safety monitoring. CROs run the safety systems that protect patients during a trial. This includes collecting adverse event data from sites, coding events using standard dictionaries like MedDRA, conducting medical review of safety data, and submitting safety reports to regulators within required timelines. The CRO's safety team is responsible for identifying potential safety signals early. CROs come in different shapes and sizes, and sponsors choose their engagement model based on their needs. The two most common business models are full service and functional service provider, FSP. Each model has distinct advantages for different types of sponsors. Full-service CROs manage the entire trial end-to-end. This is ideal for sponsors who want a single point of accountability. By contrast, the functional service provider, FSP, model allows a sponsor to hire CRO staff for specific functions like monitoring or data management, while keeping overall management in-house. The FSP model is popular with large pharmaceutical companies that want flexibility without losing internal control. Quality and oversight are critical when working with CROs. Sponsors cannot simply outsource and walk away. Regulations require sponsors to maintain oversight of every CRO they hire. This includes qualifying the CRO before the trial, conducting audits during the trial, and reviewing key performance metrics regularly. Sponsor oversight of CROs involves several layers. Sponsor quality assurance teams audit the CRO's processes and systems. Joint governance meetings track timelines, enrollment, and data quality. And the sponsor always retains ultimate responsibility for the trial. The FDA and EMA hold sponsors accountable for CRO performance. A sponsor cannot blame the CRO for a failed inspection. Working at a CRO offers a unique career path in clinical research. CROs employ thousands of professionals including CRAs, data managers, biostatisticians, medical writers, safety specialists, project managers, and regulatory experts. For many professionals, CROs offer exposure to a wider variety of therapies and trial phases compared to working at a single pharmaceutical company. CROs bring enormous value to clinical development. They provide scalability. A sponsor can run 20 trials simultaneously without hiring 20 internal teams. They offer global reach, with staff in dozens of countries and knowledge of local regulations. They bring specialized expertise across therapeutic areas. And they often reduce costs by spreading infrastructure across multiple clients. Without CROs, most small and mid-size biotech companies could never bring a drug to market. So here is what we learned. CROs, contract research organizations, are the companies that sponsors hire to run clinical trials. They handle site selection, monitoring, data management, biostatistics, medical writing, regulatory affairs, and safety. The full-service model provides end-to-end management, while the FSP model gives sponsors flexibility. But the sponsor always retains ultimate oversight responsibility. CROs are the hidden engine that powers clinical research. Without them, most drugs would never reach the patients who need them.